turd right here, I think it's blown up. What's going on, guys? Josh Carter here, One Objective Outdoors. In today's video, we are going to pick my boat up. This is kind of part 2 of the last video that you've seen from me from my practice day. And at the end there, things got a little chaotic with the motors. The motor making a little bit more of a racket than it normally does, shall we say. So I ended up having a issue with the boat when I was out there running around, as y'all can see at the end. And the motor, what happened was the connecting rod bearing on the top cylinder went bad. And apparently that is a common issue with 150 Pro X's that I've been reading about anyways on the forums and BBC and stuff like that. So I've had several hours on it after we did the oil change and all that stuff, and I was concerned. I ain't gonna lie, I've done mechanic work all my life, but there's always that thing in the back of your mind. But it was after talking with them and all that, basically they knew exactly what it was before they really tore into it, just when they first started it up in the tank there. So we're going up here to Rock Outdoors now to pick it up. That's where I dropped it off at. They're a Mercury dealer. They're up here right here at Smithtown Lake. And normally I don't push a lot of companies. I will give thanks to companies that's helped us out and all that stuff. And but we are not affiliated with Rock Outdoors, and not as of right now. If y'all want to, maybe we can work something out. But we're not affiliated. But I will say this, guys, I was very, very impressed on how quickly. Sorry about that. How quickly they were able to get to helping me out. I dropped it off there. I know it's kind of an odd time for them right now because they're not really busy. So that I was fortunate enough that things happened the way they did. But I dropped it off on a last Thursday, and it is Wednesday now, and the following Wednesday, and it's done. So they ended up putting a power head on it, and it's I just can't believe how quickly they got it done. So I really want to thank you guys. If y'all are watching Rock Outdoors, any of you guys that work there, very appreciative of how fast y'all got this boat done. The communication with you guys on where my motor, when they shipped it to when it arrived and all that. So very appreciative. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go hook up to the boat. We're gonna pick it up right now, and we're gonna take it to Smith because we're right here by it. And I'm gonna let it run some. So I did miss that tournament I was practicing for. I couldn't fish it. Didn't have no other boat to get or any of that stuff. So I did miss that event, but we are qualified for the Fall Classic, which is next weekend, which is October 5th and 6th. So I'm just gonna get the boat, and I'm just gonna go running a little bit, put some hours on it, make sure everything's good, and we're just gonna fish around while it's running, idling a little bit too, and then we're gonna run around a little bit with it and all that. So stay tuned. We're gonna go pick this up, and then we'll go in the water here soon. Alright guys, well, I tried to do a vlog on just how I was breaking all this in and all that, and so I was doing a walkthrough, and when I recorded it didn't have no sound with it. So but basically all I can do running down the lake is no more than 4,500 RPMs for the first 2 hours of the break-in process. It's 10 hours for a full break-in process, but I couldn't do no more than 4,500 RPMs, and I had to vary my RPMs. So I'd get to about 4,300, and then I'd back it back down to like 3,000, sometimes down to like 28, 25, something like that, and then go back up, and just a couple minute intervals here, and just working it in. It's kind of boring breaking one in, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's really nice when they're broken in and you can just go. But big key to breaking these motors in, or say breaking these motors in, but also making sure you have longevity of your motor is warm-up time. And I've noticed this a lot at boat ramps, is a lot of guys don't warm them up. They start them up and they go. So you definitely want to make sure that you get your motors good and warmed up, even on the 4-strokes. I know 2-strokes definitely, but even on the 4-strokes, you want to make sure they get warmed up before you get out there running wide open on the water. So but anyways, let's kind of dig it. Let's get into the video here, and I'll see you guys in just a minute. smallmouth came off there. Right off the deep end of that tree. I just let this sink to the bottom. There's another smallmouth. Another little smallmouth. Alright, well, like I say, kind of boring just running down the lake. If you like the view of that lake, you know, it's pretty. It's a pretty lake, and you know, just a lot of sights out there. So riding around sometimes isn't bad, and I've actually found a few spots doing this. So it's been nice to kind of ride around and fish something different or look at something different. But anyways, I took off from the bridge and rode all the way down to Craddock's Creek as far back as I could, and just went back in there fishing. I've only fished back there a couple times, and I just don't know it that well. So I wanted to run back there and fish. I seen shad going everywhere, so I had to throw a spinnerbait and a little Damiki rig in there to catch something. So, but anyways, what happened was basically the bearing, the crank bearing come loose. I talked about this a little bit earlier, but crank bearing come loose, and apparently it's just been a common issue with some of these motors. Not all, just some. It looks like a lot of them had less hours, like in the 8 to 10 range, you know what I mean? So anyways, got it straight. Big shout out to Rock Outdoors. Again, thank y'all for getting this done so quickly and painlessly. So, but anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We got a lot more content coming. James has got some stuff that's going to be coming out here in a couple weeks. I got my classic video is going to be coming out here soon. I ain't fished it yet, but it might have a practice video in there before then, going out there fishing just some different stuff, different part of the lake, seeing what I can find out. So just stay tuned for all that. And like I say, we appreciate all you guys that have subscribed, that has followed us, and a lot of you guys that we've been able to meet out on the water and talk. And if you see us out there, always feel free to come up and talk to us. And you know, we love talking to people out there on the water, fishing and all that. So on that, we'll talk to you guys later. See you.